Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is SaulApeMan and welcome in this replay review of Mr. Tyler1 versus Joshua. They are both American players, they are both on similar level, and I casted a lot of games of Mr. Tyler1 versus Human and so on, and there was always this discussion, is Mr. Tyler is like struggling because of that Human is performing too well, Human is too easy to play. Here it's different, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be the Org Mirror, and I'm very curious what Mr. Tyler1 is playing in Org Mirror, because let me tell you, Blade Master with Windwalk is kinda popular on higher level. We can't really play Blade Master Mirror Image in the Org Mirror on higher level because of potential creep jack. So when one Blade Master has Windwalk and another one doesn't, you can just steal the last hit, the camps of you when your opponent, when the Blade Master Mirror Image is creeping. So that being said, of course, we are not on very high MMR level, and I think that, many strategies can work. And I'm curious to see what Mr. Tyler1 is going to play, and it's going to be Farseer and Headhunter. Why Headhunter? Because he's opening with both Barracks and Warmill. The build order is very correct. It's about having Barrack done with the same time as Warmill, so we can start producing the Headhunters. Okay, so in Org Mirror, if you are playing Farseer, when your opponent plays Farseer, it's better to just creep one small green camp, but of course we can't know that, because you don't really want to meet in the middle of the map. But if you play versus Blade Master, then it's kinda better probably to cross the map and start harassing a little bit. So I never know what to do when I play myself. I just cross the map with Farseer and I will try to be aggressive. So let's see what Mr. Tyler1 is going to do. So the idea is, yes, now you have decision to make, either you creep or harass. And is he going to cross the map? He is going to cross the map, but he wants to be a little bit tricky. So he's not going to like go for like the shortest road. He's going to try to hide from his opponent. Maybe he's doing this because he's afraid that his opponent is playing Blade Master. Summoning wolves early is important, because you need to remember that you can't resummon the wolves until they have a half uptime, and we don't want to give our wolves to our opponent. And ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tyler1 is looking for the opponent hero, but the opponent hero is looking for us as well. Okay, so this is what we call mirror. They played exactly the same, and what is going to happen now? Mr. Tyler1 is going to use his burrow. Remember that you should start repairing, because burrows are quite fragile. He's chasing one Headhunter, which is fine. Okay, one more hit. Now he can just let the wolves maybe do it, because we want to start taking soon. We want to start taking. What's the problem with repairing like that? We are not going to have lumber, and we need 190 lumber, or 100, 210, something like that, to start taking. So Mr. Tyler1 has more than enough, but he's not doing it just yet, and he killed the Headhunter. Actually, Headhunter died to the Murlocs. And what is your decision, Mr. Tyler? Are you going to help your base? His decision is to ignore the opponent harassment, because opponent pulled back. As we can see, nice repair. Maybe that's why we would like to have two burrows closer to each other. So as we can see, this is a proof why this burrow placement is not perfect, because you want to have burrows kinda connected. One of the burrows can help another one, but so far it looks okay. The only problem, the big issue, may say, so how it's fine. I mean, he didn't lose that much, but yes, he's not taking, and not taking is a big problem. Your second hero will be late, and so on. But now Mr. Tyler1 is coming back. He produced 2 Grunts and 2 Headhunters. That's very unpopular. Usually you just produce mass Headhunters. Or if you play Grunts, you just skip the Warmill, because then you don't need it for the Headhunters. Okay, he's pulling all of the peons from the gold mine. This is not good. He has one AFK peon here that's going to die. This is not the end of the world. But the good news is that enemy Farseer is away. And you may say, Saul, Tyler1 has so many units. Where are the units of Mr. Joshua? And I don't know. We scouted that there is Barrack here, so maybe he has the units hidden. Maybe he's not producing them because he wants to tech faster. We'll see about that. Definitely Mr. Tyler1 has a lot of units, and he can creep nicely. But yes, we are still not teching. Okay, we are teching now in minute number 5. Let me tell you, that's extremely late. So I hope that Mr. Tyler1 will show us some cool creeping. Maybe he will like kill some opponents of some opponent units, because definitely his opponent is attacking much faster, I presume. But of course we can't confirm it yet because we just saw his tier 1, but this is our read here. And you know, he got one headhunter, but trading one headhunter, because he could just pull back, right, with the Farseer. But trading one headhunter for tech that later, I kinda don't like it, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, so he's creeping now. By the way, on this map, I would recommend to creep the item from the Orc Magi. If you don't know, in Warcraft 3, we kinda remember which monster drops the item, because it's only one monster per camp. And I mean the item, because sometimes this form can be in other monster, doesn't matter. And on this marketplace, it's very easy to kill the monster with the strong item, right? Usually the strong item is in a very strong monster, but here is the opposite. Kinda so-so monster has a strong item, the Orc Magi, so that's what we could do. So he looks like that. I can show you his Orc Magi. As we can see, they're enraged elementals, they're kinda strong. But Orc Magi, yes, he is the carrier of the very big item. So remember, to not finish the camp, you just get the item and move to another one. Because I remember when Grubby explained this once, that if you get the item from the camp, it's like taking from a sandwich, like salami or gabagool and like some American cheese, you know. So you take the good parts and you just leave bread and butter. So it's still like, okay, but it used to be such a good sandwich. Okay, so Mr. Tyler, he bought some healing. As we can see, he can spend a lot of gold because his tag is late. We are minute number 7. We are awaiting second hero, and he's almost level 3, but he decides, instead of being aggressive, creeping, he decides to be aggressive. Okay, let's see how it's going to work. Usually you would like to be level 3 because you want to summon the first wolf in a like big form. His opponent is going tier 3 already, but it doesn't look that bad, and the burrows are very exposed. Mr. Joshua, he has burrows together, but they should be like in the back. And yes, killing burrows gives experience. Mr. Tyler1 is pulling back. By the way, if you have that many grants, you need to upgrade them. If you don't know, at tier 2 in Barrack, there is a very specific upgrade that unlocks. It's called Brute Strength. And it gives grants plus HP and plus attack, basically. So yes, when you invest into 5 grants, is a mandatory upgrade, and I think that Mr. Tyler is not going to do it, so it's a mistake. But his opponent, you know, his opponent went for Chain Lightning level 2? Why he has baby wolves? Look at the dire wolves of Mr. Tyler1, they're so strong. So definitely Mr. Joshua, he's making mistakes, and you may say, Saul, who is this guy? I checked him out, he has so many games, but you can have many games and still like misclick or make a wrong decision. Okay, because as we can see, Tyler1 is owning this. It's not a game-ending damage. Mr. Tyler is awaiting his TC. He's staying on tier 2 and transitioning into like army that I would like to see versus Night Elf and versus Human, but not in Orc Mirror, but that's okay. You may say, Saul, what do you play in Farseer versus Farseer Orc Mirror? You play a Shaman Headhunter tier 3. So basically what Mr. Joshua is playing. So Joshua is following the better unit composition, but his micro is not that good, and now we have dire wolves. So now he clicked for the good wolves, but look how long it would take him to basically produce them, and Mr. Tyler1 is showing that he can apply the pressure. He's the one who knocks, to quote Breaking Bad. And yes, I can see that, you know, his gameplay is a little bit like his character on stream, you know, that he's very self-confident and he wants to go, and I like it. This is how you play. Body block, do you know body block? Oh, okay, almost, one more attack. This Grand is a hero. He maybe did not block, but he stopped movement on the Tauren Chieftain. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was definitely a very good block. But yes, we are going to play tier 2. What do we do even with tier 2? So, we need to dispel our opponent wolves. So definitely we need to make sure that we have Spirit Walkers with a disenchant ability. And I guess we produce around 50 supply, 45 supply maybe, and we attack our opponent. Definitely with army like that, I would recommend creeping instead of attacking, because you know, if opponent has a lot of like burrows, then it may be a problem. But remember, we saw that our opponent is going for tier 3, so he's upgrading his main building 2 times, and because of that, a powerful... Okay, so Tyler1 wants to be aggressive, okay, but we have a shaman, we have the burrows. Can you do something about it? And what is also not cool, our Tauren Chieftain can't even spend mana because we decided to go for the Aura. Aura is good for creeping, but when we fight with the opponent, we would love to use some Storms or Shockwave. So yes, Tyler1 is pulling bets. So I think in the hindsight, I mean, in like, we are results oriented here, but I would really recommend creeping before you accumulate this actually dangerous army. Of course, the dream would be to get Tauren Chieftain to level 3, but yes, it's not that easy. And do we have Dispel? Are we going... So it's all about dispelling the wolves, to be honest, at some point. Of course, we need to have a decent micro for that. And yes, the first Spirit Walker with Disenchant is here. So yes, they're just running close to each other. They are both producing. I would like to say that Mr. Tyler1 macro is looking very good. Very good. So he is not longer like holding to like 2000 gold. He's not expanding on tier 2 and going tier 3 at the same time. He kind of like understands that he needs to make 50 supply army. And look at it, he's doing this. 50 supply army, and now Mr. Tyler1, because your opponent has technological advantage, you need to attack him. He's feeding Tauren Chieftain experience. So I think it's your time. 50 supply, buy Heal Scroll, buy Invul, cross the map, and I mean attack your opponent, because he will have tier 3. You don't want to give him enough time to like have Bloodlust, all of those cool things, a third hero, stuff like that. Oh, okay, Mr. Tyler1 is deciding to attack and expand at the same time. So, you know, remember, if you expand, you are denying yourself like a heal scroll and invul. Maybe it's just strategy to like waste time of the opponent a little bit, but I don't like it. As you can see, the opponent is producing, and he's... Now we have, you know, preview because we are watching in advanced observer overlay. But yes, the opponent is like going to have 50 supplies soon, but maybe not if we kill the burrows, because with the burrows he can't really produce that much. Or flute in the hands on this type of army is magnificent. Okay, dispel, Mr. Tyler, you need to dispel this. This is the most important part, dispel. Oh, he's not dispelling. Okay, he's just deciding to go back. Okay, so he's missing the opportunity window. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm not gonna lie, it's not looking too good. Our opponent has tier 3, our opponent did fine. Yes, our expansion is on the way, but it's a tier 2 expansion, so it's not tiny great hole. It takes some time to make it. And Mr. Tyler1, you need to creep them. I guess your Tauren to the level 3, so with the wolves go to the rogue golem, creep this, and maybe make a sentry ward from the item, give it to the Farseer, put it in the middle, put it like here to see if there is an expansion, and then just try to protect your expansion then, because we don't have tier 3, but maybe the gold advantage will slowly give us some advantage, because, you know, it takes a long time to get into this gold advantage. But yes, we will see about that. Okay, level 3 is here, that's good. What about the item? Ring of Archmagi, it's okay. Tyler1 is still spending his gold, that's good. But yes, I'm like, can we even win the fight versus Berserkers? See about that. It's a little bit weird that Mr. Joshua is not making a third hero, because Orc has very strong heroes. People say that Night Elf has weak heroes, but Orc has very strong heroes. Just alone, you know, strong. So that's why we like to add Shadow Hunter as a third hero. Of course, Mr. Tyler1 can't do it, because he's just on Stronghold, he's tier 2. But yes, his opponent is on Fortress, tier 3, and he can definitely do it. So, Tyler is going to get some gold now. I like that he's transferring his lumber peons, and he's deciding to break the supply. And let's see if he's going to fight. Remember, he doesn't need to fight for real. Maybe he just wants to like force his opponent back. Maybe he wants to kill some burrows, but remember that opponent can upgrade the burrows. Okay, killing the altar is usually not the best, because altar is like usually not very useful at this stage of the game. So I will just attack the burrows, but there is no time. Okay, dispel. I want to see Dispel on the wolves. Dispel on the wolves. Okay, are we dispelling? Are we dispelling the bloodlust? Where are the shamans of Mr. Joshua? Mr. Joshua doesn't have that much. Okay, he had 2 shamans here because the red orc needs to use dispel. I mean, a bloodlust. And the blue orc, Mr. Tyler, needs to start dispelling it. But it looks good for Mr. Tyler1. His macro was good. Remember that it's not expansion carrying him. It's just the macro. So the ability to spend gold quickly, and he just killed the TC. Man, it's a 1200 MMR game, but we can see how like good, how impactful is like spending resources quickly is for Tyler1. Don't get me wrong, his opponent was also spending resources, but not as quickly, and I'm a little bit surprised that it's looking so good. Mr. Tyler1 is in good shape. Good shape. Yes, he's definitely improving. He's playing this like weird unit composition, but it's a universal. It's like vanilla unit composition, right? Good in every matchup. In orc matchup, kinda there are much better other unit compositions, but okay. Is he going to dispel at least once? Dispel? He's just killing them. He's not dispelling them. He's almost full mana on these Spirit Walkers. I mean, he's using Spirit Walkers to spread the Spirit Link. So this ability that your like monsters are not taking the full damage. He sent Idol and Tower and Chieftain here, but there is just not enough damage for Mr. Joshua, who is playing here as a red orc. Mr. Tyler1 is a blue orc. Dispel, dispel. Are we going to see a single dispel? There is no need to see the single dispel, I guess, because he has Farsi level 5 and he killed the Farsi level 5. And Mr. Joshua leaves. So, ladies and gentlemen, the most important things from this game. Tyler1, his tag was late and we don't like it. And so yes, he should like think about, is it worth it to defend like this, because he was like not taking, because he was repairing the burrow. So this is number 1. Number 2, his army composition, right? So he decided to make like this kind of tier 2 army, then he attacked and it didn't went that well, but then he expanded and he didn't wait enough with expansion. So instead of Spirit Walkers, I would basically go for Shamans, and instead of Grunts, I will add the Headhunters. But you know, this is a universal army, so fair enough. But what is definitely not acceptable is not spending mana on his Spirit Walkers for Dispel. He has them on Adept, so he has access to this Dispel ability. But yes, he did not do it. So guys, Tyler1 is doing well, Tyler1 is improving, and I'm excited about seeing him playing Warcraft 3. He plays Warcraft 3 almost every day at the end of his stream. And shout out to all of the Tyler1 fans around the world to see him performing in yet another game. I know that he did well in chess, and I hope that he will do well in Warcraft 3. Thank you guys for watching, see you in the next video, and bye bye.